It's all about truth. All of it. Every single thing. All boils down to the truth. We all want truth. The truth will set you free. All right, and we are live. Welcome to the broadcast, ladies and gentlemen. This is Press for Truth Live. I am your host, Dan Dicks. I'm going to be live here for the next, maybe half hour, maybe hour. We'll see how things go. We're going to be taking some of your questions, reading some of your comments, and going over some of the news of the day. And let me just, before we get jumping into everything, make sure I'm actually good to go here. All right, I see we are live. Guys, please share this link. Let people know we are in fact live. Hi, Mitch. Hi, Ghost Busted. Hi, Old Something. Hi, Master Gates. Hello, everybody. Hi, Edward from North Alabama. Thank you so much, guys, for tuning in. Once again, don't forget to share this stream. Don't forget to click that thumbs up button. We have 87 people tuned in right now and only 14 thumbs up. So that doesn't quite add up already right off the bat, guys. So go ahead over and click that thumbs up button. Be sure to share this video as we cover some of the news of the day. Again, we're going to be taking your comments and your questions. But let's take a look at some of the things we're going to be covering today that are happening in the world as we speak here live on the internet. Of course, there is a protest happening as I speak right now in Oakville, as the school board is aware of this possible protest over Oakville teachers' attire, as dress code is under review. In case you guys haven't seen this viral photos and videos going around online of this shop teacher here, it needs to be discussed because this is a school, quote, protecting this teacher's right to wear massive XXX rated fake boobs in class. This isn't about trans rights. This is final proof that we are paralyzed by insane political correctness. In fact, I discussed all of exactly that in my recent video about this. Canadian high school says it's illegal to criticize trans teacher with huge prosthetic breasts. And what's interesting about this, guys, is only a few months ago here, back in May, there was a protest that had to do with dress codes in school. And this is where about 60 girls were targeted for the lengths of their shorts and of their skirts. They were taken into the principal's office to have their shorts and skirts measured by and in front of male and female staff members. They were getting us to bend over and touch our toes to prove that our underwear wasn't showing. And they were touching the insides of our thighs to measure us. So skirt a little tiny bit too short. That's not cool for these principals, but this apparently is okay to go on. That's why we're seeing a big protest that is taking place right now. I do have friends on the grounds there in Oakville who are going to be giving me live updates as it continues to go on. So I'm going to pay attention to my phone here while we are live on the air, and just in case anything happens and it's breaking, we'll cover it. In other news, guys, I wanted to show you this. This is pretty wild. Saskatchewan woman dies allegedly after COVID booster. Well, no, not allegedly. She did die after taking the booster. In fact, just 7 minutes after taking this booster, she quite literally dropped dead. Look at this. The daughter got a text message at 12:31 saying she's waiting her 15 minutes, just waiting to get that booster. At 12:38, just 7 minutes later, she was already unconscious in the drugstore. And get a load of this, guys. The doctor says she dropped dead before she even hit the floor. And if this wasn't crazy enough, get a load of what they say the cause of death is. The coroner's service has investigated this instance and determined that the person died from natural causes. Dale Hunter, communications consultant from the Saskatchewan Ministry of Health, said in an email on Thursday, died of natural causes. This is just absolutely insane. So we're going to take a look at that today as well, guys. Meanwhile, in case you didn't hear about this, a protester has just set himself on fire ahead of this Roger Federer's last ever tennis match. And look at this absolute tool who thought it would be a good idea to set himself on fire. Guess what? To protest these, rich, famous people who are coming in on their private jets. So this guy doesn't like rich people traveling on jets. So he sets himself on fire. This is just going to show just how bad this climate change nonsense is getting. So we're going to take a look at that, guys. In other news, Alex Jones is trending. He's all over Twitter right now. Of course, he's in the middle of his newest Sandy Hook trial. And we're going to take a quick look at this video, which is also going around now. It says all hell is breaking loose in the Alex Jones Sandy Hook defamation trial. We're going to cover all of that, guys, and much, much more in this video. Really quickly, though, before we do, I'd ask that you check me out here at pressfortruth.ca/donate. Again, if you appreciate my efforts to bring you this info here, you can do PayPal, you can do Bitcoin or other cryptocurrencies by clicking there. You can join me on Subscribestar. That's a really good Patreon alternative, since I have been kicked off of Patreon, in case you didn't know. Here's another good Patreon alternative where you can sign up for a monthly reoccurring contribution. Thank you so much to everybody who does contribute in that way. You can also send an e-transfer to dan@pressfortruth.ca, or if you like to keep things old school, you can send stuff to my P.O. box, guys. Links for all of that are located in the description below. Thank you so much to everybody who does contribute to my efforts to bring you this information. All right, let me quickly, before we jump into all those crazy headlines for the day, jump back into this chat. Let me scroll back and see. All right, we got a lot of people tuned in. Well, 227 people right now. Only 92 thumbs up, guys. Again, I mean, I went to the public indoctrination centers known as schooling, so my math isn't perfect, but this isn't a very good percentage here. 93 thumbs up out of 206 people watching. Come on, guys, smash that like button. And let me quickly scroll back through these comments and questions and see what we have here. Hi, Dan. Do you think Trudeau and Biden are going to make it through 2023? Biden, well, I mean, yes, Biden, yes, there will be, I think he will make it through to that. Wow, I am just noting there is a massive, massive delay on this stream now that I see it here on the screen. So hopefully this is not playing far too choppy and far too delayed for you guys, because I just noticed we're way behind here somehow. But anyways, at any rate, let's continue. As I said, right now there is this protest happening in Oakville. The Halton District School Board said it has heard of this protest that has been planned for Friday and over the weekend regarding an Oakville teacher over their controversial attire. Images have gone viral online and in the media over the past several days, appearing to show a teacher in Oakville Trafalgar High School wearing large prosthetic breasts in class. This is actually not far from where I went to school. I knew kids who went to Trafalgar, so this is really weird. Social media posts have indicated that protests have been planned over the controversy both Friday and over the weekend. It comes as trustees with HDSB met and agreed to review the dress code. But in a nutshell, guys, the school is completely in favor of protecting the so-called rights of this transgender teacher, as we see here, spreading like wildfire across the internet this week were more amateur videos and pictures of this trans female shop teacher wearing enormous fake silicone breasts that droop well below the waistline with large visible nipples and no bra. This is obviously, heavily sexualizing the classroom. And as the article kind of, points out in the title, this is political correctness gone completely insane. This has nothing to do with sticking up for trans rights. This is, again, PC culture gone completely crazy. Like I said, I covered this maybe 4 or 5 days ago, where this school said it's going to be illegal to criticize and to stop this teacher from wearing these huge prosthetic breasts in class. And anyone who criticizes him would be violating the Ontario Human Rights Code. In case you didn't know, this guy just transitioned like a year ago. 1 year ago, he was Mr. Lemieux or whatever his name is. And now he wants to go by Kayla. just 1 year later. And the school is expecting people to support this person. And again, this is very hypocritical. When you see that they were measuring girls' shorts and skirts, they had to protest over. They were getting them to bend over and touch their toes to prove their underwear wasn't showing. They were touching the inside of their thighs to measure them, which is sexual assault because none of them consented to this. Demolian and another student said that up to 60 students were told to go home, change their clothes, go home, and come back with a different outfit. None of these students targeted were male, and they were also wearing shorts and short-sleeve shirts because it was 30-degree weather. So yeah, again, very, very contradictory here of the school boards to be demanding that these girls be not wearing their skirt dresses a little bit too short, when this teacher is apparently allowed to go around with these massive XXX rated fake boobs. Guys, again, this should just have you absolutely outraged. If it didn't, I don't know what else to tell you, man. This is just absolutely crazy. Quickly jump up here. Back to the comments. What up, Dan Dicks? Thank you for playing a part in breaking my conditioning way back in 2007. Bless you, brother. Thank you so much, WPG Freedom. I really appreciate that. I'm glad you've been watching ever since 2007. That's awesome. Thanks for continuing to be a loyal subscriber. Let's go. What else we got here? Hi from Brampton, says Diane. Hello, hello. OMG, can't believe that, says Mary. Pretty disgusting, says Black Swan. Scary stuff, says James. Demon Democrats. Brighton says, hey Dan, want to get in touch and discuss about having possible stream together sometime soon? Yeah, we can talk about that. Do a double stream, so to speak. All right, not too many other comments or questions going on right now, guys, but let me take you back to one of the other bigger stories of the day that I found quite troubling. Let's just take a quick look at this. This is the woman who allegedly died after taking the booster. A Saskatoon woman is in shock after her mother died suddenly in a drugstore, allegedly within minutes of receiving her COVID-19 booster shot on September 14th. On Thursday, Stephanie Foster told Sky Today that her mother, Carol Pierce, was visiting her at her home on the morning of September 14th in Saskatoon until it was time for her appointment. Her, myself, and her granddaughter were all laughing, having a great time. It was our last time together. My mother left the house looking amazing. Pierce left for her booster shot, and that would be the last time her daughter and granddaughter would see her. She texted her at 12:31 p.m., saying she was waiting in line. She just has 15 minutes. At 12:38, just 7 minutes later, guys, she was unconscious. Saskatoon Today tracked down a witness to the alleged event, and she recounted what she heard and saw. We've agreed to let the witness remain anonymous and call her Heather, as she fears losing her job, because look what Heather witnessed. She said that she was in the store when she heard screaming and crying. People started screaming, she said. They were all crying. Just about everybody worked there was crying and freaking out and hugging each other and just losing their blank. They were saying in the store that it was about 7 minutes after she got the booster that she collapsed on the floor. It wasn't long at all before the ambulance was there. Death apparently was the natural cause, according to the coroner. The spokesperson for Saskatchewan Health told Sask Today, Thursday, that Pierce's death was from natural causes. The Saskatoon's coroner service investigated this instance and determined that the person died from natural causes. How can they say that? Foster, the daughter, obviously disagrees. I do not believe this was caused from natural causes. My mom had no health conditions. I believe had she not gotten that COVID shot, she would still be here with us today. Of course. She left for her appointment happy and energetic. Foster added that the doctor informed her that she dropped dead before she even hit the floor. Guys, Foster and Pierce have been pro-vaccine. They've gotten all their required COVID-19 shots. In fact, Foster posted a picture back in July of 2021 saying they stuck it to COVID and that they were fully vaccinated. But as of September 17th, there have been 0 deaths due to immunizations reported in Saskatchewan. In an event of a reaction to any vaccine, residents are advised to speak with their primary healthcare or call 911. So they have this vigil planned. You know, flowers, teddy bears, notes of condolences have all been there. The vigil is going to be held on Saturday at noon in front of the drugstore. Guys, Hunter pointed out, here we go, that the adverse event following this can be any untold medical occurrence that follows immunization. When a patient, resident, or healthcare worker experiences or observes an AEFI, immunizing staff and physicians have a legal obligation to report this event to a medical health officer. So they're calling for an inquiry into this, and rightly so. I mean, it's quite clear, you know, get the booster, 7 minutes later, you're unconscious and you're dead before you hit the floor, and totally healthy, no previous health underlying conditions, and they just claim natural causes. People should be absolutely outraged. They are calling for a provincial government to open up an independent inquiry into all aspects of how COVID-1984 was handled in this province. Wilson said she's astonished at the recent report on the other media websites that there have been no deaths recorded by the government related to the COVID-19 COVID vaccine in Saskatchewan. There have been 7 vaccine-related deaths reported, according to Saskatchewan Health Authority, according to their own information, which was published on their website, Wilson said. In that report, there are 1,229 adverse reactions documented, many of them life-threatening, like myocarditis, pericarditis, a host of others. Just as shocking in many cases, the patients were still scheduled for more boosters, even after their reactions. This is not the standard that we have allowed for any other vaccine in history. Not only that, guys, there never has been in any other vaccine in history that to this point, when you take it, it doesn't stop you from getting the so-called virus. It doesn't protect you from spreading it to others. It doesn't do literally anything that they promised it would do. And guess what's happening now? Well, the government's easing up on the restrictions and the travel restrictions and the, you know, quarantining restrictions and the Arrive app. So all those people who did this because they were coerced into it, it was all for nothing. They should have just held out like the fringe element of society, like those of us, like myself, who refused to take part in this medical tyranny. And I didn't wear the mask, I didn't get the shot, I've never even been tested. I took no part in any of this nonsense. And guess what? Now I get to live my life just like the other people do who are vaccinated. And many of those people, may I add, are more concerned now with having some sort of health problems arising from taking this experimental inoculation than they are from contracting COVID-19 or any of the variants that we're talking about these days. They're not concerned with that. They're concerned with myocarditis, pericarditis, heart issues, sudden death syndrome. I mean, there's more to worry about with taking this experimental shot than there is from getting this so-called virus, which hasn't been isolated in a human being and already has been proven to have well over a 99% recovery rate. This is just absolute insanity, ladies and gentlemen. Is there a disconnect between the government and the Saskatoon Health Authority, asked Wilson, or are they intentionally trying to hide information that the public has a right to know about? It is the duty of government to make sure citizens know that the true risks, what they are. Promoting these shots are as safe and effective while people are acquiring and then suffering from life-altering conditions is disingenuous at best and potentially criminal. The SHA report was obtained through a request by Randy Schillier under the Freedom of Information Act and Protection of Privacy Act. An analysis of the report by experienced Canadian physician with training in biology, public health, and data analysis is available. So, again, guys, you know, we cannot continue to believe the lies that they're spreading about these shots blatantly in the news, as clearly a public inquiry needs to be called for the highly suspicious death of Miss Foster here. Crazy, crazy stuff. Just wanted to bring that to your attention. Again, if you're just tuning in, guys, we were talking earlier about this guy who set himself on fire as part of a protest against private jets. It's absolutely ridiculous. A protester has set himself on fire on a tennis court just before Roger Federer is due to play his last ever match. Novelist J.K. Rowling model Jody Kidd and rugby ace Chris Robshaw all looked on in horror as this climate activist set his right arm alight in the middle of the court to protest the use of private jets in the UK. This 20-year-old protester named Kai is a member of the End UK Private Jets Group, which claims that carbon emissions in 2022 are genocide. Yes, carbon emissions are genocide. And you better know what this guy's going to be calling for as a solution to this so-called problem that he alleges was caused by the government. Their solution is always for the government to do something about this problem that was created by the government. It's absolutely insane, ladies and gentlemen, and they're literally gotten to the point where lighting themselves on fire. Absolutely crazy. I wanted to show you this video from the Alex Jones trial. Hopefully we don't have too much of a delay here. But let's see if we can get this to work, and then we'll discuss it a little bit. Check this out. All right, let me turn it up. Hang on, let me refresh it. Make sure we're good. Let's try this.
That's Robin Parker. That's the real Robin Parker.
I mean, I said years ago I thought Sandy Hook had him.
Robin Parker's sitting right here. He's real, isn't he?
Yes.
And for years, you put a target on his back, didn't you?
Objection to the form of that judge.
Well, I mean, I
Didn't you?
haven't said his name. It's true. I haven't said other people's names because they are.
You put a target on his back just like you did every single
Look at this.
parent and loved one.
This is like some sort of murder show trial. Like the way that these guys are acting, it's just insane. And he eventually, gets Jones to respond.
No, you didn't.
That's argumentative. It's speculative. There is no foundation for it. And it's
I hope you can hear this.
These are real people. You know that, Mr. Jones?
I think you just told them to move on.
Just like all the Iraqis, but you liberals kill and love. You're unbelievable. You switch on emotions on and off when you want. It's just ambulance chasing.
You switch on emotions on and off whenever you want. It's ambulance chasing.
Objection, Judge. I think that.
And then the lawyer says, show a little respect.
Objection.
And
you have families in this courtroom here that lost children, sisters, wives, moms.
Is this a struggle session? Are we in China? I've already said I'm sorry hundreds of times, and I'm done saying I'm sorry. I didn't generate this. I wasn't the first person to say it. American gun owners didn't like being blamed for this, as the left did, so we rejected it mentally and said it must not be true. But I legitimately thought it might have been staged, and I stand by that, and I don't apologize for it.
he said, I legitimately thought it might have been staged. I stand by that and don't apologize for it. And he's going to be misquoted there because what he means is he doesn't apologize to him, the lawyer. He clarifies himself here.
Don't apologize, Mr. Jones. Please don't apologize.
No, I've already apologized to the parents over and over again.
We know
I don't apologize to you.
Objection.
Don't apologize to you.
you're going to do it again.
Objection, Judge.
See that? You're going to do it again, aren't you?
Objection.
I
Argumentative.
don't apologize to you.
This is a very, very heated exchange, which is getting highly political. As the judge said, it was not supposed to be. But, I mean, this is absolutely brutal what they're doing to Alex Jones. And I've covered, my thoughts on the whole trial that he's facing with the Sandy Hook trial. Just go to my website, use the search feature, and type in Alex Jones or maybe Sandy Hook or Alex Jones trial. And you'll see my previous coverage on this. But it does look like they're going after him. I mean, with the child pornography stuff they set him up with, by embedding this into his emails, which he then sent to the lawyers, and that became a big thing. And now they're, stripping him of millions and millions of dollars over all the hard work he's done over the years. It's just absolutely insane, guys. But as I said, just go to my site and let's give it a shot. Let's type in Alex Jones, do a search for that. And here, Alex Jones accused of child porn. Here, Alex Jones trial and the truth about false flag operations. That's the important one to watch. Alex Jones being sued for defamation by the family members of the victims of Sandy Hook after he claimed that crisis actors were used and that the entire false flag incident was actually a hoax. When attorney Mark Bankston asked him, wouldn't you agree with me that there's not a mass tragedy or mass bombing or mass shooting that hasn't occurred in the past 15 years that you haven't called the false flag? He says no. In this video, I explain how this on-display public trial is being used to discredit anybody who talks about legitimate false flag operations that will be carried out by our governments, as history shows. Very important video, guys. Be sure to check that out. But obviously, this is ongoing right now. He is currently on trial, so I'm going to continue to cover this one as it develops. Let me quickly get back to your comments and questions. We have 317 people currently tuned in with 247 thumbs up. That doesn't add up, guys. Please smash that like button, share this video, let people know we are in fact live right now for a little while. Let me go back, see if we have any new comments or questions. If you guys have a question you really want me to ask, just put it in big bold letters and a bunch of question marks, because there's lots of comments and questions scrolling by here. And judging by the look of what's playing on the screen, it looks like there's a huge delay. So I apologize for that if you're, if I get to you like 10 minutes after the fact. But let's see what we have here. Mitch Connor gives me the thumbs up. All right, we do have the thumbs up going up. 259 now, still 315 people tuned in. Keep smashing that like button, guys. I would ask that you do subscribe to me on other platforms other than here on YouTube, which is heavily shadow banning me. I'm heavily censored here. I've got over 250,000 subscribers and only, 300 people tuning in at any given moment when I go live. It's absolutely crazy. Over on BitChute, I have 40,000 subscribers compared to the over 250,000 here. And I get more views on videos over there on BitChute than I do here. The reason why I'm going live on YouTube today is because, unfortunately, this is where the people who need to hear this kind of information are. This is where they are the most. So I could go live to these other platforms, but I might be just preaching to the choir, as we say in an ideological echo chamber. But I'd rather be here live with you guys who have been following me since, some of you since 2006, since I started this particular channel. And some of you who are just, finding out about my work now. And if that's the case, go on back into my previous videos and look up some of the previous work I've done over the years. But again, it looks like we're very choppy right now, and we have a bad delay. So I think I'm going to have to call this one for today, guys. I don't seem to have the best of connections. It looks like, yeah, it is playing pretty choppy. So I apologize for that, for the poor connection, guys. So I'll call it for today. I want to once again remind you, if you do appreciate my efforts to bring you this info, don't forget to check me out at pressfortruth.ca/donate. Again, here's a bunch of options of how you can contribute with PayPal or Bitcoin or other cryptocurrencies, e-transfers, my P.O. box. Again, you can check the links in the description for all of that. Just a very quick recap, guys. Everyone, there is a protest happening right now. I do have some friends on the ground. They're going to keep me up to date about that. I've already covered that. We've got this woman in Saskatoon who died 7 minutes after taking the booster. They claim this is of natural causes, but there is a public inquiry looking into this. Let's not forget that these climate change activists are completely losing their mind over so-called man-made climate change, which is nothing of the sort. And of course, we're going to continue to follow what's happening with the Alex Jones trial, as it seems to be like publicly putting on display, like as if he's, being charged with murder. It's absolutely crazy. Anyways, guys, that's all for today. Maybe really quick, I'll go back, check in on your comments and questions, and we'll just say toodaloo and goodbye. The audio is perfect, says Ghost Busted. Thank you for your time, Dan. Good. I'm glad to hear that it's not actually choppy on the audio, so you can still hear me. That's good. Thanks for everything, Dan, says Danny Goth Angel. Thank you very much for continuing to tune in. Thanks, Dan, says Ghost Busted. Appreciate that, everybody. Again, all right, and we got those thumbs up. We got 315 thumbs up, and probably about that many people tuning in at any given time. Again, heavily shadow banned, heavily censored here on YouTube, but I do have fun interacting live with you guys, joining in with you on the chat. You know, it is fun, and I do have a soft spot for this platform. I mean, I've been here for like 16 years. But at any rate, I would still encourage you to subscribe to me on BitChute and Odyssey and Rumble and Minds and Bastion and Hive. I'm on all these other platforms that are not going to censor this content moving forward. So please check out the links in the description for all of that. And that's all, guys. Again, thank you so much. Melody says thank you. Much love to all. Have a great weekend. Beautiful souls, says Master Bill Gates. Happy Hurricane, says Timbuktu. Everybody be safe out there. Dan, what shape is the Earth, says Mo G. I'm pretty sure that it is round. Whether or not that's a disc or a ball or something flat or a globe, I mean, who can really be totally positive? But I'm leaning towards round. You got a BNB crypto address? BNB crypto? I believe I do. If you go into my donate page, and let's just see real quick. We click on donate to other cryptocurrencies, and what do we have in here right now? I haven't updated this in a long time. Bitcoin, Ethereum, Bitcoin Cash, Dash, Litecoin, Monero, and Cardano. I do have one of those, but it looks like I don't have one of those available right now. But thank you for offering. Very, very greatly appreciated. Jordana says you are thanked. Great, Dan. Thank you very much. Have a peaceful and wonderful weekend, everyone. What else? No, that's ETH. Not sure what you are referring to. Plenty of evidence of the flat Earth, says Barlington Broker. Barlight Broker. Not sure if I'm pronouncing that right, but all right. I think that's it. the chat, of course, has now descended into a flat Earth debate, it looks like. So, you know, that's usually what happens when that topic comes up. But at any rate, guys, I want to thank you guys so much again for tuning in, being loyal, you know, subscribers over the years. Don't be surprised if I'm, you know, terminated again from this platform. Don't forget, they completely killed this channel back in 2020 at the height of this global scamdemic. I had no copyright strikes, no community guideline strikes. They just terminated the channel completely. Just poof, disappeared. I was gone. 7 whole months went by, and all of a sudden, YouTube reinstated my channel out of the blue. I was completely just as shocked as you are, but here we are. But this time is probably limited, so don't forget, subscribe to me on all the other platforms. Links are located in the description below, guys, and that is all for today. The video is choppy, says Foreigner. I know it's been bad connection today. We have a bit of a delay, so I'm going to call it at that. Thank you so much for everybody who has been sharing the videos and been supporting my efforts over the years at pressfortruth.ca/donate. Can't do this work without you. And that's it, guys. Take care. Keep on pressing for that truth. Keep fighting for the good fight. And stay tuned for more videos coming soon. All right.